Okay, let's go back in time to about like 3 weeks ago when we're all sitting around watching the Super Bowl. Let's say that Ben Roethlisberger never threw that interception, and they still have a chance. They have one play left to win the Super Bowl. And he throws the ball down to a times ward. He's waiting for the ball. The ball is diving though, and he comes down. He scoops it off, and it's like that close off to the ground. Catches it, wins the Super Bowl. They're all celebrating. But then, out of nowhere, referee comes through, waves his hand, not fair catch, ball hit the ground, game over, Packers win. And you're all thinking like, what the heck? And luckily in football you have a thing called instant replay, and you go back and fix things that were originally not called right. But however, in baseball, you don't have instant replay to its maximum capacity. You don't have it for like home runs and foul ball situations. So my proposal is to expand the use of instant replay in Major League Baseball. So an example of a bad call is the infamous Armando Galarraga near perfect game that happened last year. I went to MLB.com to refresh my memory on this. So basically what happened was he was 1 out away from pitching a perfect game. A perfect game is 27 batters out with no one ever getting on base. So he was so close, and the umpire, he messed it up. He called the guy safe when he should have been out, and this is when instant replay could have really come into play and like change things and just make things right. But yeah, they went on and lived with their mistakes. So yeah, and this sparked a lot of conversations about instant replay. I listened to a lot of sports radio talk. I remember listening, I found this recently too, on ESPN radio. There's a guy named Tim Kirchner. He's a respectable ESPN baseball analyst. He was asked on talk radio what he thinks about instant replay after all this whole fiasco, and he basically said, and I quote him, "If there's a quick, precise way to do it, I'm really coming around to it." And I have to agree with him. Like, a lot of people complain that it's going to slow down the game, but if there's got to be a way to do it right for baseball. I mean, it won't be like the NFL where you throw a flag out there and you challenge the play, but I mean, we could do it our own way. And yeah, and I have a statistic. It's from Yahoo News. It was dated June 23, 2010. It relates to how managers, whenever there's a close call in baseball, managers would usually go out and complain, and it's usually like this big display of the manager versus the umpire. This statistic says that Bobby Cox, who's a really old, he's retired, he's an old manager for the Atlanta Braves, he was thrown out of the game 143 times throughout his whole career, which is a lot. I think it's the most. And if you got instant replay, you wouldn't have the need for managers to go out and argue. I mean, it would be reduced. So it would speed up the game and whatnot, and overall be much better for the game. And summing all up, I think baseball should use instant replay. It's fair to the players, and it's definitely fair to the fans to get the play right. And that's the most important thing, just getting it right. All right.